You could do it for one particular event. You could do it for one particular story. It could be a one-off. You could do it once and never do it again. It's just something that you should know how to use. I mean, I'll try any service, because you talk to people, you hear about a new service, you say, all right, let me see if it would work for me. And even if it doesn't work for you, at least you own your brand. Whether your brand is your name, so it could be twitter.com/first name, last name, and then every other website /first name, last name. So as long as you own that on that network, what difference does it make? If your like my brand is unique enough that I don't really run into trouble with somebody else having the same name. But sometimes, if your name is Joe Smith, you could have trouble with it. So if you want to grab it before somebody else does, you should definitely look into doing that. Go ahead.
But your brand is not your actual name, if I recall, right?
No, it's not.
Why did you decide to do that, and would you ever consider actually using your real name?
My name is there, so I mean, it's one brand. But my handles are not my name. That's what like a Twitter handle. So the username on Twitter is not my real name. I don't use my real name because I just fell into using this little handle because it's when Twitter was still fun. And I like it. It fits me. It's my personality. I'm a big believer in sharing who you are no matter what you're doing. I think people respond to that. So
What is it?
Journalista 515 is my brand. I said it in the beginning. But yeah, so that's what I do. It's just me. I'm Italian. I tweet about gluten-free things. I tweet about everything. But then I also tweet about work. I used to tweet about my stories. So I think that's, it works for me. Again, it may not work for you to have something different.
But again, you've linked your real name with that brand.
It's not like you see it says Victoria Reitano at Journalista 515. So people associate them together. It's not like, oh, who is this girl? We don't know who she is.
And you find that's beneficial because of the transparency?
Yeah. Oh, I'm never, I'm outspoken. So I'm outspoken on my networks. What you see is what you get. I'm a true New Yorker. There is nothing to hide. And that's how I live my life. So I think that's how I should live my social life. So, anybody else have any other questions? Any other networks that you wanted me to cover that I didn't cover that you expected to hear about?
Sorry, maybe I wasn't here.
It's okay. Cloud? It's a social analytics service. It measures how influential you are on the web. And everybody has one if you have a Twitter, because they automatically give you a number. They recently changed their numbers. It goes from 1 to 100, but they changed the algorithms to determine what your number should be often, which makes people very angry. But it's a valuable service. And I actually found out from somebody that a company that he works for was hiring bloggers based on their clout. And if it wasn't over 50, they didn't call them back. And I don't know if that's ever going to happen for journalists, but it's good to be ahead of the curve.
Do you use other social influence rating sites? Because there are a couple others.
KRED.com. I think that one's okay. There's 10 for Pinterest now. Every new network that comes out has other ones. Pinfluencer was one that I was using for a little while. I use the ones that suit me. I like Clout. Everybody else has it. I give it to Clout Wars. It's fine. So, it just depends. It's pretty. I'm big on the pretty, user-friendly, Apple-like networks. Anything that's flashy, I like it.
Do you find that most of your audience likes that pretty stuff too?
Yeah, I work in entertainment, so yeah, they like when things are Web 2.0. I'm big into graphics. I used to do a lot of my own design. I still do a lot of my own design. So a lot of that, my network has gotten used to seeing well laid out